Hi guys, I'm finally back after a long time. I think the last stream that I did was 50, no more. I think that was now almost 60 days, before I came back. So I want to talk just a tiny little bit about what happened to me. I cannot say too much about it because this is still an ongoing investigation, so I have to be really careful with what I'm saying. But what I can say is I'm cooperating with Thai authorities, and I also will meet them again really soon about an allegation. A related count was not prosecuted by the public prosecutor, and after my appointment, I will release a detailed timeline and redacted documents. Everything I share will be verifiable facts, and any opinions are made in good faith to protect my legal rights and inform the public. What I can tell you is that all these allegations are false, and I have all the proof that I need to convince the authorities that I'm actually in the right and the other side is not. So that's about this. Then the next thing that I want to talk about with you guys is the police confiscated most of my devices. This is not even my own laptop here right now. This is my girlfriend's laptop. I have my girlfriend's old phone that I'm using for me currently. And that also means that I have really limited access to money right now. My problem is my lawyer is not cheap, and I need you guys, please, to help me with my legal fees. I need a total of $150,000 to cover my legal fees for the whole case. But I can promise you, every single penny that is donated goes straight into my legal fees. I don't enrich myself. I will not go party with that money. Nothing of that. I will be as much as I can also transparent how that money is spent with my legal fees, with redacted documents. But right now, I really need you guys. If you know me for a really long time, I'm not the guy that's asking ever anybody for money. Never ever. But here, they have all my devices. I have no access. I'm not allowed to leave the country, so I cannot go to Ukraine or somewhere else where I would have access to my money, and I need your help for that. So, and if you go here under the video, there you find all the addresses that you can donate to, and also here, let me pull this up quick. So also here you can see the donation address where you can just scan. If you use MetaMask or Phantom Wallet, you can directly scan. For Bitcoin and Solana, there are separate addresses. So, but now let's get started here, guys, because I'm back. I cannot tell you how good it is to be back here finally after such a long time. I was actually already going crazy that I had to wait a couple days because there is a long form video where I basically explain everything what happened. And also there's all the proof included in this video, you know, so I really took my time with this. But the problem is my lawyer did not give me yet the green light to publish it. And for that reason, I had today to come out because I did not want to wait anymore and say, that we have to wait. You know, we have to wait. My lawyer needs to approve that video, and only then I can do it. What a clown is that? Wheeled man, two-wheeled man. Maybe you should get money that you can buy 4 wheels instead of 2. You know, such a stupid comment. Bro, they took all my devices. Maybe listen, you know, they have all my devices. How should I access my money? Are you something wrong with you? You're retarded? You know, maybe you need help. I don't know. Vanya, here in Thailand. So these are things that I can answer. You know, I can tell you where I was. I can tell you how it was there. I can tell you if people were nice to me, how the conditions were there. These are all things that I can talk about, but I cannot talk about case-specific things right now. You know, I cannot tell you, I don't know. I cannot tell you, yeah, just everything directly related to the case I cannot talk about, but I can tell you how it was there, you know. So these are things that I actually can do. Don't write in German. Other people don't understand when you write in German. Write in English, you know. So write in English. So yeah, guys, if you want to know more about how it was there, what I went through, you know, let me know here in the comments. Then we can talk about this. Otherwise, I will start going into the charts. I will wait here maybe like 20-30 seconds to see if something is happening here in the chat. But otherwise, we're gonna get going here with charts and what's happening here in the markets. Oh well, why is this still showing? That's not, we're not showing anymore. No, it's fine. Oh wow, that's delayed. Okay. Okay, nobody? I'm still in Thailand. Yeah, I lost a shit ton of weight, you know, so yeah. Exactly. I lost 20 pounds, 10 kilos. That's what I lost. No joke. And it doesn't suit me. You know, it doesn't suit me. I don't, you have no idea. You know, when I was in the prison, I took a mugshot of me in the prison, how I looked without a shirt. I had pants, you know, but without a shirt. Second day when I was there. And the day that I got released, I look at the file, because I had my file with the mugshot, and I look at this, and I'm like, whoa, that was me when I got here? You know, I was like, what happened? You know, I did not even realize that I lost that much. It was crazy. But it's for me a double-edged sword. You know, on one side I'm really happy that I lost it. On the other side I'm not that happy, because I'm so slim now. You know, I'm not used to that anymore. But I gained already. I gained already 4 kilos more again. So 8 pounds are back. 8 pounds are back. So, but again, if there's no other question about what happened to me, how prison was, then I just gonna move on, and we talk about crypto right now. And like I said, you know, so if you can help me with my legal fees, there is a link, not a link. So the addresses are in the description of this live stream, guys. So yeah, I would highly appreciate that. If you can help me out here. So, but then let's get here right now into Bitcoin, because there are really, really interesting things happening. So we had today an option expiry a couple hours ago. So, and with every option expiry, it's usually the same thing. Two things are happening. Either price starts chopping around like here into the option expiry, or you get here a correction. And then when the option expiry is actually happening, and that was here just around that time, we start forming a bottom. This here is a bottom formation right now. So if I would go in a 30-minute chart, there you can see it a little bit clearer. So this looks to me like here a W formation, and once we're breaking $109,800, we will get a nice move here to the upside. Let me see, what is he asking? Why I was in prison. So that's also something that I can speak about. So here is somebody in Thailand who accused me of basically somebody made 2 allegations against me that are factual false, and I have the proof for that. But again, I cannot share that right now because it's an ongoing case. But false allegations were brought against me, and based on these allegations, I was arrested and put into Thai prison. So that is what happened. So I'm back to Bitcoin here. Yeah, so here potentially a W pattern, a distorted one. So what you want to look for is a break here of $109,800, and we have here also a really nice vector candle here with a gap all the way up to $110,738. Once we're breaking here 109,800, we should get a really, really quick move into this level up here, and from there continuation into higher levels. Let me see here, we were before on a 1 hourly chart. yeah, that looks like the next major resistance afterwards would be like around $113,000. So guys, because this is not my laptop, a lot of things are a little bit messy here, but I try to work through that. Let's see what we can do here. Tomorrow will be definitely better. So we have here funding rates. No, I don't want funding rates. Liquidation, no. Open interest, no. What I want is liquidation heat map. That's what we want. But I had this also somewhere else open, but it doesn't matter right now. So and then let's see here over the last 2 weeks where the liquidity is. Yeah, you can see here downside liquidity is almost completely taken. So like I mentioned, we had a huge option expiry. I think it was $2.2 billion. That is definitely in the category of one of the bigger option expiries, and it was a quarterly one. And now you can see here the majority of liquidity is to the upside, all the way up to $118,900. So once we're reaching that level, I think that Bitcoin will stall a little bit there before we get continuation into much higher levels. Now, how will we reach $119,000? Quite easy. We're gonna get a short squeeze from around $114,000, because here is the next major area just before $119,000, where we see a lot of liquidity sitting here on the short side. Once we get here short squeezes, we should move quite fairly fast into these levels. So when we go to the 4-hourly chart, to the MDX algo scalp gradients, here you can also clearly see that we are having a bottom formation happening here. Remember what I always say, when you get 2 dot plots, that's usually a good moment to add to your long-term bags or for low leveraged positions that you can open. So here from here, the last dot, that was basically, yeah, $111,500. We went down 3% roughly, I would say. Let's measure this. How much did we go down here? But most likely 3%. Yeah, almost 3%. So 2.85% to the downside. So which is not crazy. So if you would have traded here only with 20x leverage, I would still hold this position and ride this out without getting here sleepless nights over that. Here you have here a major take profit point for short sellers. Here you got the first one, here you got the second one, and here the second one is usually, if you get 2 in a row, that's the final one, and then you get the reversal back to the upside. And you see here again, here is a order block with sell orders at around $114,000. That gives again more credence to what I just said. Once we are breaking this, you get a short squeeze here to 116 and then to $118,500, $119,000 to the upside. So these levels are for me definitely the current price levels are levels that I would definitely go and accumulate more Bitcoin at, or open low leveraged positions for the next major leg to the upside, because that is basically brewing here right now. Yeah, you don't want to miss that when we are turning here back to the upside. Sorry guys, since I was in prison, I get so early tired because they forced us to sleep at 9 p.m. while the light was on, so I had always to blindfold myself that I can fall asleep. But that's why around this time I get tired. I have to get back to like a normal rhythm. So here, liquidation levels on the 4-hourly chart. Also here, you see the over-leveraged liquidity on the long side was completely taken out. Now to the upside, again, confluence over confluence, that what we are seeing here, around $112,700 in alignment with the 200 moving average are the next 50x long positions. And then here that cluster, I don't know, here, I knew I have here my boxes. I was like, where are my boxes? I know that I have my boxes here. Okay, so this is short liquidity. Sorry guys, like I said, I did not load these charts for a really long time. So basically for 2 months. So I have to do this all now. So short liquidity. Whoa. Whoa, why can I not? Aha. Horrible. Sorry for that. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow, actually, I go and buy a new desk. And then I will be also in a different room. So I really look forward to that. To have more or less a normal place from where I can stream again. While I figure still a lot of things out here in the meantime. So and you can be also sure that the guy that brought these allegations against me, he's watching, you know, he's watching the stream. Maybe he's even in the chat. I know that I blocked him, but he's for sure watching. And if he's not watching, then his lawyers are watching. I'm pretty convinced about that. But yeah, because he is now looking for that I make a mistake, you know, that I say something what I shouldn't say. That's at least what I think, you know, that he can come at me again and try again to lock me up. So, but sorry, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'm too smart for this. So yeah, so here's the over leveraged short liquidity. I have here a huge problem with the 50 and the 200 moving average, because we got here a really beautiful golden cross with upside movement. And now, if we continue this trajectory, we're gonna get a death cross, and we most likely gonna get this death cross. So, but the good thing is, if I'm correct that we are forming here a bottom, it will be a short-lived one and it will be also a fake one. I'm never returning to Germany. Germany is a horrible country. I don't want to live there ever, you know. So before I go to Germany, I go back to my apartment in Kiev while drones are flying left, right, and center around my building and creating some craters, you know, in my neighborhood. I rather do that than go back to Germany. Nobody gets me back to Germany. So yeah, so that's what's going on here with the liquidation levels. Now here on the weekly chart, no, weekly chart's not what I want. So here, let's see, do I have somewhere else a Bitcoin chart? Yes, here. So here on the Super Guppy, that's what, yeah, that's what it's called, Super Guppy. Sorry guys, it's, again, 2 months I was not here, so some words are slipping my mind. So here on the Super Guppy, also here, trend shift currently, we are in the gray stage. Gray stage is not that bad. It will become a problem when it turns red. Sorry, here's the cat from my girlfriend running around, like here, you know, so, but I don't expect this to turn red and enter an established downtrend. I rather see here on the daily chart that by tomorrow, after tomorrow, we get a nice pump here to the upside to $112,000, $113,000, and then into next week, you're going to see a reclaim above the Super Guppy with continuation to the upside, and then this will turn green again. So when we're looking at, where was the Bitcoin dominance now? Here, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance topped out here at 66% on the weekly chart. And then started to move here to the downside. Also, this here looks like a bottom formation, but I'm pretty convinced that starting next month, the dominance will turn around here and will keep falling down closer to around 50%. Oh, wow. Let me see here. Okay, okay. So alt season is definitely not for buy. Sorry guys, alt season is definitely not over. I was for some reason speaking German. You see what I mean? That I get tired around this time, that my brain is not functioning anymore properly. So yeah, so alt season, in my opinion, is not over yet. We are just taking a small break before we get the continuation move here in direction of 50% and below these levels. And when we're looking at the total free market cap, I think that was a new all-time high here. Was it? Yes. So we made a new all-time high here in the past. When was this? 8 days ago. That was the day that I got out. Yeah, that was the day that that was the day that I got out. 1.17 trillion dollars. We are still here at support, clinching onto that. So as long as we are holding here $1.04 trillion. Also here we should get a really nice bounce, and that will reflect then also in altcoins. So many altcoins are bouncing a little bit right now, but there should be, again, over the weekend, I expect here more follow through to the upside. Also, if you are not able to donate to my legal fees, guys, then you can help me also in a different way. You can just go and sign up here at Blowfin with my affiliate link that's in the description. You get up to $5,000 in bonuses if you sign up there. Plus that I also start again the $500 giveaway every week. The next time I'm gonna do it next week. I think next week Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Thursday is the first day that I'm gonna do it again. So next week Thursday, between now and next week Thursday, if you sign up with my Blowfin link, you are entering automatically the $500 giveaway. So make sure that you have a Blowfin link. So now, when we're looking at Ethereum looks to me like that it's also about to bounce here back to the upside. There are people that making the argument, oh, this here looks like a distribution phase on a Wyckoff distribution pattern, and we will go lower here, back to like $3,000. Not happening, not happening. With institutions accumulating like crazy, and Ethereum being deflationary, and that we are now here at a key support level. Let me draw this actually in. I have it on a different chart. So here, that zone. See, we did not break this level. Is for me a major indicator that we are bouncing back into the upside and move here again in direction of $5,000. So we were here pretty close, more or less a month ago, at the $5,000 mark, but did not reach it. How close did we get? Yeah, $34 short of $5,000. And this is nothing special. You know, we have seen this before. When Ethereum went to $3,000 or almost $3,000, it went down to just below 2,000, turned around and went then to 4,000, what was it, $800 in the last bull run. How high did we go in 2021? $4,880. Yeah, pretty close from that level. So again, nothing really special. So here on this daily chart, you cannot make this stuff up, guys. You know, you see here how accurate we predicted that we are going up from these levels here before I was arrested. So also here you see $3,868 is the level that we are bouncing off. Massive support. The RSI and the stochastic RSI, they are at the bottom. The RSI is already slightly pointing up. So if we get here today or tomorrow a lighter red candle on the MACD, that will be the final confirmation that you should definitely go in now into Ethereum, because otherwise you're going to miss the next leg here to the upside. And on the VPVR, the only level that we need to break and turn into support is $4,300 approximately. There's right now the longest volume bar here on the daily chart. Once we are above that level and can establish support, there's up only mode for Ethereum, and then of course many coins that are related to Ethereum will get carried with it to the upside. Solana came a little bit lower than what I expected. Yeah, we did not even make a new all-time high just yet, but we went into a massive sell zone from where we got rejected at around the $250 level, which is a psychological number. So I'm, again, not really surprised that we got rejected from there, but I'm surprised that we went below $200. I thought here 205, 211 would hold as support, but I was proven wrong here. Regardless of that, the $190 level held, and now you see here also the RSI is already turning around, stochastic about to print a buy signal. Give this maybe another 2 days to establish a new uptrend, and then you're gonna get here also really quickly a break of $250 and we move in direction of $300 for Solana, and I'm intending also to build a new position for that. The same here with Link. Link went all the way up to $28 almost, and it looks so similar to Solana. Look at this. So this looks pretty similar, not exactly the same, but similar, how it came down here. So this might be actually a falling wedge. Let's see. No, not really a falling wedge. So even if I do it like this, I would not like that. No, not a falling wedge. But a downwards trending channel is what we have established here. So once you see here the horizontal level of 21 cents broken to the upside, I would enter this and trade this then all the way up here to $28.70. Because also here you see everything is oversold. Why would you not enter this on the daily chart? So because the 4-hourly chart looks here on the RSI not that healthy, but the RSI printed here a bullish divergence. Anti-stochastic, anti-MACD is about to show you also, also give here a buy signal with the trend line and the signal line crossing over and starting to print here green candles pretty soon, while we are forming here on the lower time frames like the 1-hourly chart and the 30-minute chart a W formation. So also here I would definitely not wait too long when here 21 cents is broken. Yeah, thank you, Helen. Thank you, Helen. So let's talk about ASTER. So ASTER, I was really lucky with ASTER. I was really lucky. I hope you guys were also lucky with that and luckier than me, because I had not much time to actually think about buying ASTER when I got out. Imagine this. If I would have had a phone when I was in the hotel in Bangkok, I could have bought ASTER at I don't know what price. So let me see here. 18. Whoa, I would have gotten it like many other people for like 62 cents. I would have on the top. I would have sit at least 4x. Maybe I would have even bought it on the ASTER exchange itself to get it even cheaper. I don't know if I would have managed to do that just with a phone, but like 60 cents would have been my entry. So I would be still up 3x on that. So, but I was only able to buy that at around $1.30, and then I traded it to $2, and then I traded it, and then I entered again at $2.27. So I'm right now underwater. But when here $1.94.95 is broken, you're gonna get here another massive leg to the upside. So I'm not talking here about that cup and handle pattern, because that is now invalidated. Talk about here Fibonacci levels. So, and I have to see here. So here, $3.02, $3.16. That's what I'm looking at to take profit on the position that I hold currently for ASTER. So you need to understand, guys, when I saw this, that CZ is behind this, I wanted to throw every single penny that I have into this and even sell everything what I could, you know. So, but I could not sell everything what I could, because first of all, I was not at my place, you know. Many things were confiscated by the police. So I have also limited funds. Again, please donate if you can to the addresses in the description to help with the legal fees. But what I had, I threw into ASTER, because if you're here already for a long time, you know my story, that Pancake Swap was the coin that made me rich in the first place. And only I entered this so heavy because CZ was basically saying, if something happens to Pancake Swap, I'm covering. I'm gonna pay everybody back, you know. So if they fuck up, no worries, I pay everybody back. That was the only reason why I entered this with so much money. Here, it's even worse in the best sense, you know, because he owns it, you know, he's the owner of it, and said, yeah, Hyperliquid, you know, has a monopole, they have a monopoly, and somebody else should create like dark pools on like a DEX, you know, so on a perpetual DEX. Why is nobody building this? Or if somebody's building this, hit me up, you know. So, and then nobody was building something like this, and he goes like, I built it myself, you know, and did not tell anybody, and then he launches it, you know, which is crazy. So that's why I would even throw more money at this, because even here at the $1.93, or even at the even at $2, $2.50, $3, I would be still buying, you know, I would be still buying like crazy, because this will go higher than Pancake ever did, you know. So I see this here by potentially January, February. I lean myself here really far out of the window, but I say this will trade around $50 to $100. So that is another 25 to 50x here of upside. So you would be still early buying this around the current prices, because I know some people think, oh no, it's like almost $2. You know, the high was $2.44. I'm too late. No, you're not too late. You're not with a coin like this that will stay around here most likely forever, like BNB. You know, I still have screenshots on my phone somewhere where I traded BNB for like $9, like 3 years. No, wait, that was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I think, 5 or 6 years ago, for $9. You know, and people thought it's too expensive, don't buy it anymore. Yeah, it hit $1,100, so you should have definitely bought and hold it for 5 years. I mentioned it earlier, Andy, I cannot talk about case-specific things because it's still ongoing, but what I can say is that I'm innocent. I have also proof to show that I'm innocent to the authorities. That's what we are doing right now. I will be most likely acquitted of all charges. That's also what I can say. And that I have a meeting with them in a couple of days, basically to show them that this is all nonsense, you know, that the accusations are false and I have not done anything wrong. You know, I could have run away when I was aware that there's an arrest warrant, but I stayed. I stayed because I was like, I did not do anything wrong. Why should I run? You know, my girlfriend is here, my life is here. Why should I run? You know, I did not do anything. And that's why I stayed, you know. So, and I know there's like an article and like a video how I climbed over a fence, you know, so that's also something that I can explain. I was collecting evidence. I was not done. I have no, in that moment in my mind, I had not any trust in the Thai authorities to go properly through my evidence and see what I'm seeing and what my lawyer is seeing, that this is basically all false, what I'm accused of. And I needed time, just a little bit of time, not much time. I needed more time to finish collecting and preparing the evidence to hand it over to my lawyer, and only my lawyer, and he would go with that to the authorities. You know, that was the only reason why I ran away from them, from my house. You know, I did not run away from like the country, but I ran away from the house to gain time to finish up what I was doing. You know, so and then I called my lawyer and we spoke about surrendering to the police. You know, that was always the plan, to surrender to them with my evidence, you know, with my evidence, not without it, with my evidence. But they were faster and they got me, you know, before I was able to do that. So that's what happened there, you know. So because that's anyway, it's in the internet, you know, and that is also something that I can speak about. And what I can also say, without my lawyer is the only person that could get me out of there. You know, nobody else was able to do that. You know, would have been able to do that, in my opinion. You know, so I have a really, really good lawyer, an expensive lawyer. That's why I need your help with legal fees and ask for donations, which I thought I would never get in a situation where I need to do something like this because I cannot access my own money. But yeah, he is the reason why I'm out, why I'm back. You know, so without him, would have not been possible. Luckily, I gave him some money before they caught me, and then my girlfriend gave him some money, and also friends donated. Luckily, I gave some contact info to my girlfriend before they caught me. So and these friends, they helped me out with already legal fees. Without my friends and my girlfriend, you know, so we would have not been able to pay the lawyer to get me out of this. So, but yeah, I can unfortunately not say much more about this until I was at the police station where I have my appointment with them, and I hope that afterwards I can release the video that I have. Maybe I could just show it to you guys. Let me quick have a look here. And in the meantime, let me do this here. So here, so there's the donation address. I will just go a little bit lower. Yeah, you can scan this for MetaMask. You can donate here on all these chains. And if you want to donate Bitcoin or Solana, in the description is are the wallet addresses. You know, there are all the wallet addresses straight plain in it. So let me just see here quick. Yeah, video. So I can show it to you, you know. So, but I cannot play it. I just want to show you that it's actually there. You know, that I made like an almost 1 hour long video. You know, it's almost an hour long that I prepared. So let me see here, just that you see that. So here, yeah, I found. So let me go there. So here you see 53 minutes 37. That's the video that I made to explain in detail what exactly what went down. But right now I'm not allowed to share. Oh wait, you cannot see that. So yeah, right now I'm not allowed to publish it, because I need the green light from my lawyer to do that. Without him, I can't. No, Louis, Chris will not do that. Regardless, he will only potentially do that for his family. Chris is a really nice guy. I like this guy to death. So, but when it comes to money, so he will not do that. So I know him so well. He will never ever give me 150,000, even if he has $40 million worth of unrealized profits on his Bybit account. I still look from time to time what he's doing, but never ever Chris will give me that money. So only to his family he would give that kind of money. So which is sad, on one end, but yeah, that's how he is, and the same goes for Carl and at least for Carl, for Carl and Chris it's the same thing. Da Vinci in the past, so I'm not friends with Da Vinci anymore for a long time because there is a huge misunderstanding, and he was like going crazy. That's why I distanced myself from him. But when Da Vinci and me were still friends, he would be the most likely one to give me at least something, out of all of them in Dubai. So between Chris, Carl, and Da Vinci would have been most likely the one that would have at least given something. So are there any other coins that you want to talk about quickly, guys? And thank you so much that 81 people were here for today. That's not that bad for that I was gone for basically 2 months. Not that bad. And I'm getting tired. I want to do maybe another 2-3 coins, and then I'm gonna run, and then I will be back tomorrow. So let me see what's happening in the chat. Let's see chat. I just spoke about ASTER, so I'm not gonna talk about ASTER again. Oh. OG? I have no idea what that is. Sounds sketch. So I'm not going to talk about OG. Faisal, watch the video. Watch the stream again from the beginning. I spoke a little bit about what happened. So any coins, guys, that I did not cover yet? Otherwise I'm going, and I'm going to see you tomorrow then again and get some food in. XPL coin, so from what I read about it, that should also do pretty well here in the future. Kronos, I will not talk about Kronos. Kronos is for me a shitcoin. I know stuff about the team. I know the original founders from Monaco. I would not touch Kronos personally. Never ever. Uniswap, yeah, Uniswap we can do. So let me go here to charts, Solana. On which chart do I gonna pull this up? Oh, here. Oh wow, wait a second. I know, I thought for a second Hyperliquid went back to 48. Uniswap. Hyperliquid, by the way, also a coin that I would keep an eye on. Once it breaks here this downward sloping trend line, and it retested this now already, Once it breaks that, it's gonna send back to $50. So now let's see here. Uniswap, oh wow. That pulled back quite a bit. See what's going on the daily chart. Whoa, what? Oh wow. Faisal, again, watch the stream from the beginning. I spoke about what happened. At least about what I can talk about. So here on the daily chart, Uniswap looks oversold. A reclaim $7.75, and it should go back here to $9.55 and then $10 and higher. I think I had here in the past, I did not have, no. Huh, I thought I had here Fibonacci levels, but it doesn't matter. So here, yeah, $11.32 would be the next target afterwards, and then the next one, $12.83. And if I would enter here at $7.72 after that reclaim, my stop loss would be $6.74. So take accordingly leverage, but you see that is like over $1 to the downside, you know. So don't over leverage yourself here. I would not use more than like 3x leverage, I think. Let's see how much is that? How much percent? Yeah, 3x, not more than that. Too dangerous otherwise. Right now, after knowing Thai law, I'm not so sure if I should say what I know about Crow, but there are older videos, you have to look them up, you know, so I have no idea where I spoke about this, because I got asked this now in 4 years, I think 7 times, why, and I explained it every single time. So right now, with what's going on legally against me, I rather don't say what's happening there, but just Google, just Google crypto.com, no, Monaco coin. Monaco coin is the original name of it, Monaco coin, and look up what happened in what went down in Monaco. So there was in 2017 a huge article in the French press that I read about them, and that was the reason why I never touched this project. Yeah, thank you, Farouk. Thank you, Farouk. So yeah, no other coins here in the chat. But we are, I think we are at 100 people right now. Let me see here. Are we at 100? I want to check that quick. Are we over 100? No, 94. But yeah, amazing. First stream since, yeah, to be back here. 94 people. Thank you so much for this, guys. Again, don't forget, donation addresses are in the description of the video, will be also in the pinned comment. After the stream, I'm gonna make, again, timestamps that you can see everything. And if you cannot donate, guys, then you can do something else for me. If you actually wanna learn. Oh, whoa, why is that happening? So strange things here right now. I don't get it. Huh. Let me see if I can do this with my phone. Let's see, is this working? Same problem. Could be the Wi-Fi here. It could be also something else. Give me a sec. Ah, there we go. Just takes forever to load. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, this is crazy. Come on. Ah, there we go. There we go. So if you want to learn properly to trade, go to AMCrypto.us and buy one of my courses. That is another way how you can help me with my legal fees, by buying one of my programs. Again, all that money goes straight to my legal fees for anything what my lawyer needs, you know, or the law office. I'm not keeping any of that for myself. And if there is actually overflow, so that means there's money that was not spent, it will be equally redistributed to everyone that has actually donated. So to keep it fair, you know, because it would be unfair to go and pay one person back, but then we are short to pay somebody else, you know. So it's way better everybody gets an equal share back from whatever is left from the donations. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here today, here in my first stream since I'm back. Almost 100 people were here. The views are okay for almost an hour that I was live here. And don't forget, guys, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'm going to see you then again tomorrow.